Hi everyone, Lisa here. It is Valentine's week and I'm going to be doing some videos of some Valentine's projects that you can make at the last minute. They're all going to be pretty easy. So today I found this box of Russell Stover chocolates. It's just a little one, but we're going to make a box for it. That way when you give it to your recipient, they'll open it and they'll get a box of chocolates. So I'm actually going to do this all, I'm going to create it as I go. I don't have a sample already or anything, kind of show you how I create. So I'm going to use the Marbled Elegance Designer Series paper. So I'm not sure what color I should go with. Cherry Cobbler, Real Red. I want to use the marbled one. Or Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo. Let's go with this one. Like I said, and this is just going to be on the top. I'm going to move this now that I got all out of the way. And this is just going to be on the top. And then this will be the side. So you know what? We'll go ahead and I grabbed some colored of the cardstock. So of course I'm going to need basic white. But Flirty Flamingo, Cherry Cobbler, and Melon Mambo. So I'm going to go ahead and use Melon Mambo or should we do the Flirty Flamingo? Let's go with Flirty Flamingo since there's only a little bit in there. So like I said, I'm going to do this as we go along. So our cardstock's going to be 11 by 6. So we're going to cut this down to 6 because this is an 8.5 by 11. So this is 11 inches already. And we're going to score the long side. Let's open this up. We're going to score the long side at 1 inch. Let me move my blade. 1 inch, 5, 6, and all the way to 10. And then we're going to score the short at 1. Make sure I'm on the 1. I was going to grab my blade instead of my score. And then 5. So it's 1 inch on each end. However you want to do it. Some people would flip it around and just do the 1. All right. So we want to make sure and burnish our lines so that they're all nice and crisp. So that we have a nice, crisp, clean box. And I'm going to have to remember how I did this. Okay, so either way, one's going to be the top side, one's the bottom side. Let's cut these. We're pretty much going to cut up all the long side score lines. So I'm going to angle mine like I usually do. And we're going to angle these. This. Snip. Snip. Did you guys catch my coffee and cards on Sunday? Or my coffee and crafts, I should say. I say crafts because I don't want it to be coffee and cards because I am not always going to do cards. I like to do 3D projects. I don't know about you guys. I go to the store, I find things that, I find things that interest me or that coordinate with the stamp set. Like, say, for example, the bee one. I'll just go look for anything at the store that has bees. Right now we're doing Valentine's, so I just find something with Valentine's. And then we create, or I create. And then my friend, she always says, it's amazing how easy you come up with a box. I said, it's not really the thing that it's easy. I have to find the product and then I make the box to match it. So these two here, these are going to be our top. So we're going to put these in side. Do this one. Put it inside. I'm a little nervous about, I don't have this decorated, or I don't have a decorated one, I should say, because I just wanted to kind of show you guys how my thought process is. So now these other two, these 4 tabs are going to go into the bottom. So hold that one, get this one, and then like once I create my measurements, so how I create is I go like, what is the size, what size box do I need to hold my product, and then how tall is it, and then you know you add those dimensions twice. So like it's 1 inch high, I need 1 inch, I'm gonna need 1 inch on each side, so there's, you know, you're gonna do it twice. You're gonna add it on to your cardstock twice. So say this is for 1 and 1, so that's 6. So I know my paper is gonna be 6. And then here 1, 4, 1, 4, 1. So 1, 4 is 5, 1 is 6, 4 is 10, and 1. I'm just using that as example. That's, well, actually that's what our measurements are, because this is an 11-inch piece. So there's our box, just like so. So I hope that made sense to you. So see, our box of candy fits in there. So you can, again, as I'm doing this just by, you can put a little notch. I should have did this beforehand, because this notch is going to be like really little. I would have to find a smaller, yeah, that's about as much. So you can put a notch in yours if you want, you don't have to. So there's our box. So now when I figure out my designer series paper, I always have a clear ruler, so I can measure here to here. It's 4. So I always like a thin border. So it's, I would do 3 7/8, or up to you. If you don't want a thin border, you can do 3 3/4. So we're gonna go 3 7/8. It's basically a square. It's gonna be 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. And that's just gonna be for our top. And then our sides are gonna be 7/8, because I know it's 1 inch by 3 7/8, because it's 4 all the way around, 4 by 4. So 3 7/8. And let's do another 7/8. And by 3 7/8. I'm pretty sure this is right. Again, I'm just going off of what my box is. So let's bring our box in, and we're gonna glue this one. There's only a little tiny flirty flamingo in there. And well, if we would have did the melon mambo, I probably would do these sides like this, use this on top and then this on the sides. But since we're using flirty flamingo, I am going to use the marbled pattern all the way around. So I'm gonna do just a tiny, actually I should probably just glue it so I make sure I do it correctly, line it up, even though it's gonna be a little tiny one. Or you know what? I don't even know if I wanna put that little slit in there because I messed up. And here goes another. I don't know why. I never get my glue on my edges, and that's actually the most important part to put it. So let me show you on this one. We should get it around the edges, like so. because we don't want our edges to come up. And I'm always just doing this just because it seems to be quicker. But as you can see, look at here, how the edge is coming up. But let's go around, you know, glue, liquid glue sometimes. A little goes a long way. So let me see, I might have to add some glue under here because I didn't get my edge. Oh, I'm gonna leave it because I didn't get my edges. I'm gonna put my lid on my glue. So now I just basically have some white cardstock here. I actually have a piece here too, some scraps. And I'm just pulling out some of my stamps out of the Hearts of Elegance stamp set. And I think we are going to, what should we do here? Let's stamp some hearts. So we got the Flirty Flamingo. So let's do Melon Mambo, because that Melon Mambo's in there quite a bit. So let's stamp a Melon Mambo heart. And we will die cut that. And I got Happy Valentine's Day. Let's do that. Let's do Happy Valentine's Day in Flirty Flamingo. And as you could see, I had an arch there, one of my arch dies, so I'm going to do that. And Melon Mambo, let's do a Melon Mambo flower. And then I'm going to do a couple of Pretty in Pink. But let's go ahead and cut these. Let me get my die cutting machine. And let's see if we could get all of these pieces on there. So this is the heart there. I hope these things don't move. What do I need? The flower. I didn't grab the flower. Here's my flower die. Let's see, where does that go? Nope, not there. Where's that? I think it goes all the way around. Like so. And that's gonna keep moving. And I stuck my hand in, I guess it was still wet, and so I smeared the ink. And then this, we're just gonna put this one on here. Try to get these not to move. Okay, that Melon Mambo looks pretty dark. It looks almost like it was cherry cobbler, but it is Melon Mambo. Okay, and then I want to punch a couple more flowers. I want to stamp a couple more flowers and then punch them out. So let's move this out of the way for a second. And I'm going to cut a piece of basic white cardstock so it'll fit in my trimmer. And I think I want to do a heart. I know what, I think I have some gold here. I do. Oh, but it's not that big. I just have this scrap of gold. I can do this one in gold. Okay, and let's do a white one. But like I said, I wanted some pretty pink flowers. I hope I'm not going too fast and too crazy over here. I'm trying to think as I go. So here's a petal pink. I mean, I keep calling it petal pink. It's Pretty in Pink. And we'll get the flower die. We're gonna do another, I don't know if I want a white heart or do I want a, you know what? Can we do a Flirty Flamingo heart? Let's do a Flirty Flamingo heart instead of just a basic white, because we already have our sentiment on the arch. let's get these on here. Oops, that's not gonna work upside down. Is it there? Oops, it's gonna move. Where did I lose my piece of tape? Right here. Okay, we're gonna cut one of those, and then we're gonna figure out how to do all our pieces onto the top of our box. I'm gonna move that one. I'm gonna add this gold heart. We're gonna do a gold one. Since I had this scrap here, let's take this one. I need to clean my plates. Do you guys ever wash your plates? Look, I just got, stuff gets all over them. And I just take them to the sink and wash them with Dawn soap. Dawn soap is what I use. But a good way to get all the little pieces of fibers is use a, what do you call it? Lint roller. Use a lint roller, and then it'll take all the little fibers. So you might want to do that before you head to the sink. But I really need to clean mine. You can see I got all kinds of stuff. I do so much die cutting that my plates get pretty worn quickly. Okay, so let's see now. What are we gonna do here? We have a gold heart. We have a flirty flamingo heart. We have pretty and pink flowers. I gotta get all these dies out of the way because I have them all over. And clean up my desk real quick. I got scraps all over. And then here is our Melon Mambo flower, Melon Mambo heart, and here is our box. Where are we open? There's our little, let me try and at least get that one little piece out of there. There. Even though I messed it up. So we're gonna use some ribbon. I got silver, white and silver ribbon. And we're just gonna tie it in a bow. I love this one and the iridescent. I was gonna use the iridescent ribbon, but I think I'm gonna use that on another Valentine's project. I have another project for you, and it's gonna hold the little mini Hershey candy bars. So instead of like the nuggets or the kisses, this one's gonna hold the mini candy bars. Fix my bow. I smashed it all up. Pull this in a little bit more. We're just, a tiny bow is good. Let me get my ribbon scissors. Okay, so we're gonna tie a bow. So now let's assemble our hearts. Let's see how, you know, now I'm noticing like silver and gold. Maybe I shouldn't have did the gold. Maybe I should do silver. And then I wanted to do the flowers. Let's see. We can always move our bow up too. It doesn't have to be there in the center. I might end up grabbing my my silver. Oh, but gold is in here. So you know what? We're going to switch this ribbon. We're going to go to the iridescent. So let's do, how about like so? And then maybe we won't do all three flowers. I wanted to do the flowers somewhat like so. Is that overdoing it? Maybe we'll just do one. All right, so we're gonna do, oh, and plus we have our, so I'm changing this ribbon. And here is the iridescent. I use this one so much. I just got a brand new roll. Because I think when I was doing a workshop Wednesday or something, I ran out and I had to grab the silver. All right, so all over again. The iridescent is so pretty. I love it. Okay. Let's tie a bow. And this one, I think when the gold gets up on it, it might look a little bit goldish. Okay, I always tie my bows upside down so that they can go. So I realized we had our sentiment. So we're going to put our sentiment here, then we're going to arrange around it. So we need some dimensionals because we can't leave our sentiment off. I almost was going to leave it off. I forgot about it. And so let's put our sentiment right here. And then now we can maybe arrange these around it. You guys probably think I'm like silly designing this as we go. That's kind of my creative process. Let's maybe move this over a little bit. Now that I'm seeing so on this, when I do these, I like to put my dimensionals here and then place because in that way I know where they're going to be. And should we do that there or there? What do you think? Maybe there. So again, I'll put my dimensional over here. We're going to put that right there. And then what we could do to make sure that these stick down, we can add a glue dot underneath them. So, oops. I think I got a glue dot stuck to my finger. There. And here. And then that way we know that they'll stay in place. Okay, and then really if we want it to, we can add that flower in the center. But I don't know, what do you guys think? No flowers? Flower, no flower? But there we go. Our project is actually done. I'm still trying to decide what to do with the flower. Flower or no flower? The flower too much? Flower. I think we'll just leave it with the flower. I mean, with the hearts, even though we punched out these, but we can use them for something else. All right, everybody, there's my project today. I hope you make it. You have fun making it. And it's super easy. Like I said, I got the heart at, I got it at Walmart, but I seen them at Albertsons, CVS, they all have them. So it was like $1.50 maybe for the heart. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.